G'day guys, DM Philosopher here, match the name. Just going to go over my latest pack here. This is the Desert Badlands. So let's jump in and have a look at the map. So this is the basic map. You can see that there's large amounts of sort of rocky cliffs that make for difficult climbing. They're very rocky, and you can, if you look at the debris down the bottom, you could say that means that they're very unstable, so hard climbing for your characters, or you can not penalize them. That's really up to you. But we've obviously got multiple points of entrance or exit. We've got a couple of dead ends here, which could make for good campsites, or resting points, or locations for bad guys. We've also got like a central sort of clearing here and a clearing there, and so on. The Badlands map goes quite well if you want to use it multiple times to cut and paste. So you can use multiple of these maps to create a larger Badlands encounter, but otherwise this is a great map for a whole number of different encounters, whether it's encountering creatures or creatures encountering the players. Obviously you can tell that I've kept the higher ground gridded, just so that way you can use it as a battle space. So maybe the characters have to climb up to retrieve something, or they want to go scouting and they can get set upon by creatures that are already up there, or so on. It's up to you obviously, but this is the basic map. The Desert Badlands, it's a pretty sort of pivotal piece to any desert campaign. You know, the rocky areas of the desert, just so you're not always ending up in sand. So anyway, that's the gridded map. We have the gridless map here, the nighttime gridded map, and the nighttime gridless map. This pack also contains the point of view shot. So here I've got a higher elevated view of the area, so that helps if you have say flying scouts that are there to try and get an eye on the enemy or something like that. So that's the elevated one. We've got an entrance way into the Badlands, and so just sort of looking around, and you can see that these cliff faces, they're quite they're relatively easy, unless you say that the cliff and the rocks are very unstable, which gives you options, really, doesn't it? And yeah, so you get views around the Badlands. These are the two sort of dead end areas here, and yeah, so we end up with the end of the ravine there, and another elevated view. So we've got the same shots, but just at night time for the point of views, and yeah, obviously that helps if the encounter's taking place at night time. And that is the Desert Badlands. So I hope you really enjoy that. I hope it enhances your games. Thank you for listening, guys, and happy gaming.